Greetings, community. It's Kevin of NCBD Comics. I'm here to bring you another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day, 6/21/2023. For those of you watching tonight, Las Cruces, appreciate you as always, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here and checking it out. For those of you catching on the rewind, hey, I can't say my gratitude to you enough. I really am grateful, and happy New Comic Book Day. I hope you pick up the books that you're looking for, and this is all about the reads. You know what I'm saying? So hey, let's get right into it. Start off with Dynamite, Sweetie Candy Vigilante, issue number 6. This has been one of my favorite reads throughout the year. I mean, every month. This has been a very, very anticipated read of mine. As I'm trying to whittle down some of my books, this will probably end up remaining on my list. It's difficult to actually kick anything off, and this one, this one definitely is one of those that doesn't fit the stereotypical tropes of comic books out there. And now that we're getting into some real storyline, it's no longer development of actually an understanding how Sweetie is, how and where she came from, and her overall objective. It's pretty clear now. And now that she's actually making waves, people are not happy. So I'm telling you, Sweetie Candy is just one of my favorites overall. But moving on to the Dynamite side, moving over to, well, hey, Marvel is it. Actually, between Marvel and Dynamite, these are the only two publishers I'm going to be talking about tonight. So start out with Venom issue 21. The Venom storyline on this one has been really interesting to me. This has been different than any other storyline that can ever be compared to in the past, and I've been enjoying it. We're going to end up coming out with some issues in the next few, meaning 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, are all really going to be playing huge parts in the whole Venom universe. So just buckle up, and here we go. Venom 21 is the one that I'm really anticipating to start it off with this whole new, how should I say, direction that they're going on with Venom. And yeah, I can't say enough, really. I'm a symbiote slut and a half. You all know that if you've been watching me for a little bit. So, you know that I'm just really digging this. And speaking of symbiotes and speaking of Spider-Man type stuff, let's cruise out from Venom and talk about Miles Morales, issue number 7. This is kind of wrapping up the whole initial part of the Carnage storyline. So this is, I think, considered the penultimate, second to the last storyline of the Carnage storyline that we're doing. It's a 7-part miniseries that will basically launch into more symbiote stuff down the road. However, let's remain on topic. Miles Morales, issue number 7. This is, I'm really anticipating this mostly because not only what's been transpiring with Carnage and with Miles, but we get a whole nother suit. For some of you that really hate the suit stuff, I get it. But for those of me, like me, those of you out there that find it interesting of what's transpiring with the whole storyline between what happened in the Carnage storyline that happened last year, what's happening this year, with what happened with Iron Man, how Cassidy ended up in the suit, and what's all going now. It's so wacky and cool that how much wackier and cooler could it be than for Miles to get his own upgraded suit to go ahead and battle this thing? Just saying. This is my kind of stuff, and I'm digging it. So I'm looking forward to Miles Morales issue number 7. Moving up from the Miles side and cruise over to the Incredible Hulk issue number 1. Seriously, we're getting another Hulk. I mean, like, we're starting over? What I do know is we're starting with a whole new team, and I'm looking forward to this. This is a direction and a clear direction and art, style. I've already got to see some of this stuff, and I'm really digging it. It almost made my most anticipated read, really. But I think when you end up hearing what turns out to be my Blue Light Special, I think you'll totally get why. But yeah, look, I'm telling you, this whole new Incredible Hulk, if you're really even a partial Hulk fan, highly recommend this. Really. Jump on the Incredible Hulk issue number 1, and you won't regret it. It's a great starting point. Truly, this one is. All right, moving on from that, we're going to talk over to the Hallows Eve issue number 4. This also is the second to the last issue of the miniseries. It's a 5-issue mini from Hallows Eve. I find this character very interesting and unique. Yes, she's going with a lot of the battles that we see eternally when it comes to a lot of these characters on the Marvel side. But aside from that, what I really dig on this character is actually the powers. Puts on a mask of one type of character and becomes that character. I like that. Seriously, I look forward to seeing what writers down the road end up giving this individual as far as masks to wear. I mean, the storyline is rather infinite when you think about it, because Hallows Eve could be any mask at any time. I dig that. I really do. I know I've said that 3 times and I'm digging a hole. But really what I'm really saying is Hallows Eve is really one of those books that is rather unique in the Marvel storyline, in my opinion. So, hey, issue number 4 is pretty high up there on my list. But moving out from Hallows Eve, we're going to talk about a Ghost Rider story coming out from the Danny Ketch style. I was an old Danny Ketch fan, and now that we're coming up to issue number 2 on Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider issue number 2, it just, I got to go back on my old stuff. Seriously, I got to go back through all these old issues. I made mention before that I'm a Ghost Rider fan. Never realized how big until all these Ghost Rider stories come out. I'm telling you, this Ghost Rider story is really rather unique. Unless you read the old Ghost Rider story from the 90s. Then it kind of catches you back up, in a way. Nostalgic, saying. I don't know. But hey, Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider issue number 2 is pretty high up there on that list. But moving out from that, we're going to talk about Cult of Carnage, Misery, also issue number 2. Overall, the story has been okay. Overall, the art has been really cool. What I'm really enjoying about this is how it really intertwines and kind of fills in some of the gaps, both of yesteryear and today. So the actual transformation of what this character is turning into, and the more characters that we get down the road, that just makes it a little bit better. Remember, I'm a symbiote slut, so just keep throwing the symbiotes at me and it makes me happy. Storyline, it's okay. Art, like I said, is awesome. The fact that we're only getting into issue number 2, to me, this is all set up. By the time we get into issue 3.5, because secret, I actually got to see some of it. Oh, that's where it ramps up. So just everyone, if you're reading this and you're thinking, nah, I ain't gonna stay on town, I'm just hang on. Just read the whole mini, you'll be good. Issue number 2 tomorrow, 6/21/2023. Moving out from the Cult of Carnage Misery, issue number 2, we're gonna talk about Bloodline, issue number 5. This finishes out this mini, and as I knew, it was more of a setup for the actual blood, the whole. We knew Blade was coming. We knew that with seeing this whole Bloodline thing, that it was just kind of a segue for Blade to show. We knew that. But Bloodline is showing a dynamic that we never got to see Blade before, but he is now vulnerable. He's got someone to protect. Someone that he now, I feel, can show a little heart to, which is not Blade. So I'm digging it. Bloodline has been able to take this Blade universe and actually make it a little bit bigger. And now that we do get to see a Blade coming in a couple of months, I'm looking forward to how this character expands itself, per se. Just saying. Thank you for the people who have been writing the Bloodline and doing all the work, because without this, we wouldn't be able to get this new form of Blade that we're going to get. Just saying. But hey, that wasn't my Blue Light special, even though it almost was. My Blue Light special for this week is, for 6/21/2023, is Edge of Spider-Verse. Could you guess? I haven't said much about this whole Spider-Boy, but I'm going to right now. I'm a fan. The fact that we get to know a lot more about this character, this boy, roughly 9 years old, that we'll end up finding out, that doesn't shoot any webs, that we'll roughly find out, has this rad ability to jump like, oh my, he keeps walking up to people assuming that someone's going to know him, and he's like, I don't get it. Why doesn't anyone know me? The fact that I've been establishing my whole self for the past 5 years and getting to be known as like Peter Parker's best dude. What the F? Did I just ruin it for everyone? No, really, what I'm telling you is Spider-Verse issue number 3 by Dan Slott. And I think Slott's in this thing, and everyone else that I've been talked to the past 6 months. The whole, this is, yeah, it is Slott. This has been wrapping up for a while. I was a huge Spider-Boy fan. Hearing how that we get another Spider, but in this universe, made me excited. So now that we finally get some depth on this character, the way this character throws out is, I think we're going to have a new character generation for this. This is the next. We've been seeing it with all the new characters that are coming out. I'm saying it right now. Spider-Boy, I don't think he's going anywhere. And that's it for me. Entropy. Appreciate you. You stay well.